Hello guys, welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about things that you need to consider before moving to Brazil. If you want to live in this beautiful country, carry on watching this video until the end. First thing, most important thing, make sure you get a CPF. You need CPF for everything. Even if you want to connect to the internet in the shopping centre, if you want to get a SIM card, you can't do any of this without having a CPF. If you want to join clubs for shops, you need a CPF. So, it's very easy. All you need to do is make an appointment at the Receita Federal. It's very straightforward. I remember my second time in Brazil, I was with my husband, and the man said to us, "Why didn't you get a CPF your first time here?" The thing was, I had no idea how important it was, and also how easy it was. And the second thing to consider when moving to Brazil is which state you're going to live in. Brazil is a very big country with multiple different states, with different cultures, accents and weathers. For instance, think of the northwest of Brazil. It's going to be extremely hot there. To the middle, in general, it's still very hot. Think Cuiabá, dying from the heat. If you go to the south, it's going to be a bit more cold. I'm in the countryside, the interior of São Paulo, and sometimes we don't have rain. For instance, we had 100 days without rain, and it can be very dry here at times. If you go to the south, as I mentioned, it's colder. For example, sometimes in Rio Grande do Sul, you can even have snow. So take that into consideration when choosing where to live. The things to consider is what kind of life do you want? What do you want to get out of where you live? Are you more of an outgoing person? If so, then the city of São Paulo or the city of Rio would be perfect for you. They are full of different pubs, bars for you to enjoy, and there's plenty of things to do there. However, if you want a calmer life, away from everything, you're going to want to choose somewhere more in the interior, perhaps in the countryside. But something to keep in mind, if you do choose to live in the interior or the countryside, you will need a car. Brazil doesn't have a lot of trains, unfortunately. They focused more on building good roads. Good? Depends which state you're in. If you want to fulfill your dream of living by the beach, you've got plenty of beaches to choose from. And they're not just in Rio. For example, São Paulo, from the top of my head, they have Santos. If you go more to the northwest, you have João Pessoa. If you go to Santa Catarina, you have Florianópolis or Boni Aire Camboriú. Did I say that right? But that's just a few. There's plenty of other beautiful ones. Number 3, supermarkets. Cheap ones, Atacadão or Açaí. If you're looking for something a little bit more, upper class, you have Pão de Açúcar or Carrefour. But what if you're missing something from home? Sam's Club has got you. It's expensive, but they have the stuff that you're looking for. And another thing to take note of is that whichever city you live in Brazil, you have a very different experience. For instance, I live in the interior of São Paulo, and unfortunately we don't have a very good airport. If I want to go to the city of São Paulo, I need to get a bus that takes like 4 hours, whereas if I lived 100 kilometers away in Ribeirão Preto, it would be so much easier because they have a very good airport. So choose wisely where you live because it makes all the difference in your experience. Something very nice that I realized here, if you buy or rent a car, you can get something called ethanol other than gas. It's so much cheaper. It's made from sugarcane. So usually ethanol is cheaper than gasoline. Why? I do not know, but I know that ethanol is made from sugarcane. You do go through it faster as a result. So it depends. Sometimes the gas price will be very good and it's worth actually buying the gas instead, but it's nice to have this option too. You know, if you don't have a lot of money, it's okay, I'll just get some ethanol. Cons of living in Brazil. Why are your tea bags 18 reais for 10 bags? Huh? I'm looking at you, Twinings. I'm joking. Dr. Oetker has some very good cheap ones, but still. And why is a bottle of Bailey's 150 reais? What is this obscenity? Again, I'm joking. Realistically, I cannot think of many cons of living in Brazil. Maybe this isn't a complete con. It's important for you to know that the majority of Brazilians do not speak English, so at least have a basic level of understanding of Portuguese. And make sure it's the right type of Portuguese. Don't go around here speaking Portuguese from Portugal. Okay, so that's just a bit about my experience of living in Brazil. I'll leave the rest for another video. But if you liked this video, please give a like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.